Hello and welcome back to Not a Farm Sim video. This is just a random video because today is 2 years since I started making farm sim videos. So I thought we'd have a look at my first video because it's awful. While this is loading up, I just want to say thanks to everyone that watches my videos, all the YouTube channel members, the Patreon members, all the guys on Discord, the Alien Pool for kind of helping me with all the farming agency stuff, and all the people in the farming agency actually, because they're all really cool. Yeah, it's been a slow journey. Channel's growing quite slowly still. I think Maze Plus is going to do stupid things for the channel, but yeah, let's just have a look at where it all started, shall we? Hopefully I can get a sensible-ish volume level on that. Yeah. So this was the first video I ever made on a map called Buckawa on FS19, and it's kind of a survivally type thing, sort of. Yes, I left the game sound in and just sped it up. I was that bad back then. And my driving was still awful. I'm not actually going to watch this because I find this really freaking painful to watch. But yeah, the video is 720p. I didn't even know how to record in HD. Didn't add any subtitles or anything. Didn't do commentary back then. Oh, hell no. That was terrifying. So this is back where we started. And we go even faster. Sounds like a chainsaw. I really enjoyed recording this series, actually. It was really kind of fun. From there, because I can't watch any more of that because that's freaking awful. I don't know if I can find it in the playlist, whether that's the easiest way to get to it. So I then went on to Sandy Bay. And hopefully at this point, I had learned to do things a little bit better. So let's put that full screen. So we're in HD at least, which is nice. And we've got some subtitles, so people know what's actually going on. Again, I really enjoyed this series. I'm kind of trying to recreate it on Calmston. I think this was by far my favourite series on anything that I have done with farm sim content. I'm kind of disappointed that we're not going to see Sandy Bay in FS22, but equally, I played it for so long that we should really focus on playing new maps probably. This was the first time that I used Maze Plus, and I was kind of terrified of it. It seemed like the most complicated addition to the game possible. And there weren't many tutorials about back then for Maze Plus, certainly not in English. And my driving was no better than it is now. Or my driving hasn't improved in 2 years. You choose. So many memories coming back of driving along this road from the store up to the little farm that I ran for. I think I did 5 game years on this, and we ended up, starting from scratch to being, I think we made about £10 million on here. It's such a nice little yard. It's so tempting to try and recreate that yard. Maybe on Calmston. Or something similar. God, enjoyed playing this map so much. That's kind of nuts. So, that's where we were at the start of that series. If we jump towards the end of that series, so 65 episodes, you can see we've got, we went up to I think it was a 7R that we had. The The video quality is no better, and I am amazed people were watching this stuff. Thankfully, as I've moved, around different bits of software, we've got better at making videos, and I was using a really budget. Well, they're all budget because I use free software. But yeah, it was a really basic piece of editing software, and I had no clue how to set it up. And it really shows in the video quality. But yeah, so this was the last episode in this series, and I think almost everything got sold. I took a couple of the tractors across, and that was about it. I'm hoping that we get to see my favourite tractor, which is oh, there we go. We've got some resolution back. On FS19, there was an old case. I think it was an 844 open tractor, and yeah, I loved that thing. Surprised we haven't seen it. That moved across 3 save games with me using it a lot. Yeah, I'm really surprised that I've not seen it yet. So I used it on here. I used it on Chellington and then on Oak Hill. Kind of want to scrub through to see if I can find it. I ended up with, I think, there it is, with about 1,000 cows. It was nuts. There we go. So this 844 went, oh, that's quite loud. Hopefully not in the mix. This 844 came across 3 save games for me. And I put so many hours on it. And they were genuine hours. It was brought, it was quite cheap, so I brought it with 0 hours on, and I think by the time I'd finished using it, I have no idea what kind of hours it had on it. So yeah, that's Sandy Bay. I really, really enjoyed playing on there. And then I jumped through a whole load of different series. We did Sandy Bay. We did Welcome to Charwell. That was the first horse extension map, and where I started to really get interested in Maze Plus and chatting on their Discord. But that series kind of fizzled for me. I just didn't enjoy the map. Did Six Ashes. Did a series on there. That was a fun map. I did a really random series on Stone Valley, doing some kind of big, weird, no seasons, just kind of fun farming, not quite fast farming, but then moved into a bunch of things looking at animals. So I did a Guide to Pigs, which turned into a 60 episode series on Oakfield Farm, which is one of my favorite maps again in FS19. I played that map twice actually. That started out a bit like the Sandy Bay series with the start from scratch, and again I ended up with some pretty stupid levels of equipment. We did one on sheep as well on Little Norton, again a map I really loved. And I guess around that time we got into doing tutorials on precision farming. I think I did some tutorials on Maze Plus as well. Oak Hill, that was a fun series, enjoyed that. I did the One Tractor Challenge, that was on Homeworld. I did 2 seasons of it. Actually I did 1 season of the One Tractor Challenge, and we started off with a John Deere 8 RT, yeah, because Homeworld is huge. That was kind of interesting because that was no PC only mods, so no things like Courseplay, and yeah, it was an interesting challenge. We did the West Texas Dairy Farm. That was a bit like my £10 million challenge that I'm running on Greenlands, but we kind of ran out of time because of FS22. And I found that interest in FS19 dropped off really quickly. Then Homeworld, season 2 of Homeworld, which is just flipped off the screen, was I got rid of the one tractor rule because we'd made quite a lot of money and we had quite a lot of land. So yeah, we expanded into quite a big farm. We then got into Maze Plus tutorials, and I'm not sure what we have in here. So a whole random bunch of stuff. I think it probably starts from the bottom. So nope, it does not. Yeah, so we had the 1.5 update where I did a bit of introduction. Grassland subsoiler there, cracking bit of kit. How to make TMR, hay, clover, silage, feeding cows, feeding pigs, feeding all the other animals. How to edit the custom food in FS19. A lot of that is still valid if you're looking at Maize Plus in FS22. And these were the videos that got me the link into the farming agency, really. So yeah, they kind of changed how things are going for the channel. Then the last series on FS19 was Bergeischland, which is a really, really nice map, which eventually is going to come back to FS22, and I can't wait to play it. Was trying to do organic precision farming, so no solid fertilizer, no herbicide. That was fun, but again, it fizzled out because FS22 came out. Tried to keep that running, but failed. See a whole bunch of tutorials on FS22, and then started out with the survival challenge on Obeileron. Finished that a little while ago. We had Ravenwood Dairy, which was me on Elm Creek, just learning about how cows worked in FS22. That was kind of fun. The most profitable animals series, a bunch of courseplay tutorials and general tutorials. And we're now where we are now, you know, competitive multiplayer with Kartek, which is so much fun to record, so different how I normally play. We're running Calmsden and the £10 million debt challenge, and yeah, having a lot of fun doing stuff with the farming agency now, as they have finished development of Maize Plus, and you know, I'm doing a little bit of testing mainly so that I can learn how it works, helping them with some of the documentation. And yeah, so that's kind of it, kind of a ramble through the bit of the history of the channel. Like there was a before FS22, playing Battle Pirates and Stormworks, and I think there was some ship simulators. There was a bunch of stuff in there, but none of it really gained traction like the farm sim videos, you know. Yeah, it's been an interesting 2 years. Giants partner, farming agency partner, UK ambassador for the farming agency. Yeah. So thank you everyone. Again, those that watch the videos, really appreciate it. Those that are channel members, really appreciate it. The guys on Patreon, yeah, awesome. Thank you for all the support, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next year or 2 years brings. Not really a normal video, but if you did like it, click the like button and leave me a comment. Yeah, that YouTube algorithm needs feeding, and I'll catch you next time for some more normal content, which should be restarting this week on the channel, hopefully. Bye for now.